Well, that was quite a show there, and we do remember this, that what has really happened at Chepauk. Dhoni couldn't finish the match for CSK fans, and definitely it is going to be a big thing for Chennai fans. I would like to ask this to Vignesh. Vignesh, what do you think about the match?
Again, I think we did not get the farewell for the game. Everyone wanted it. It was like it was perfectly set up. Dhoni one ball finish, and it just didn't happen. But I think you have to give credit to Sandeep Sharma with the amount of pressure he bowled, with the amount of the death bowling abilities he has. I feel I think he was absolutely brilliant today. I think for the last over he bowled, it was all spot on with his death bowling abilities. I think he just nailed those Yorkers really well. He just did not give any room to the batsman. It was like a death bowling masterclass, I would say. It was like bowl your death, bowl, straight wicket to wicket, Yorkers, and that's all. It is as simple as that. As Malinga would always say, Malinga is their bowling coach, and it is just like bowl to your shoes, bowl to the shoes, bowl to the shoes, bowl to the toes, and we are done. So I think that's what Sandeep Sharma executed really well, and you see the result. The results speak for themselves.
Right. With that, let's take a look at the match summary of this particular match, Chennai and Rajasthan, because a lot has happened already there. In Rajasthan, as we can see, 175 runs they have scored, and in 8 wickets, they have lost 8 wickets only. Joss Butler scored 52 runs. Dev Dutt Padikkal scored 38 runs. Ravin Jadeja took 2 wickets. Tushar Deshpande took 2 wickets. Then comes Chennai Super Kings, 172 runs. They need to score 175 runs only. They want to chase. Afterwards, Devon Convoy scored 50. MS Dhoni couldn't finish it, but he scored 32. Then comes Ravichandran Ashwin. We know what he has done for Rajasthan. We're definitely going to discuss about it. Then UG Chehal, he took 2 wickets as well. Since it was a spin track, I would like to ask this to Vignesh. Spinners really had their day on Chepauk Stadium, and Ravi Ashwin enjoyed it for sure. I don't know about anybody else, but there's one name comes to my mind, like who enjoyed the most at Chepauk. I think that is Ravi Ashwin.
Yeah, I think Ravi Ashwin has been quite suited to the conditions. He's been playing cricket since forever, I would say. He's been playing, at the Chepauk since he's probably been a 10-year-old or 12-year-old kid. So he played the under 14 state, he played the under 16 state, and again coming to the highest level. And I think it was probably a little bit of a homecoming, I would say, for Mr. Ravichandran Ashwin. I think he just pulled up his socks, he stepped up for the Rajasthan Royals, he picked 2 wickets, he scored, he was promoted up the order, he scored runs, and I think probably he also picked up a really good catch. So I think it's all summed up really for the little bit homecoming. Again, so we expect Chepauk to be a slow surface, a bit tacky. Again, so it actually acted at it also. But again, Tikshana, again, his first game since coming from a Sri Lanka tour, and probably jet lag and stuff like that. But again, I would say Ravichandran Ashwin at his best. I think you don't think you could name an Indian spinner who could do better at the Chepauk than Ravichandran Ashwin, and he proved himself. I think that speaks volumes. And by the way, how Chennai paced their innings, I would say it was a bit here up and down. But again, Ravichandran Ashwin credit. We need to give credit where it's due, and Ashwin at its best is simply sensational.
Other than Ashwin, if we talk about Moeen Ali as well, like in the very first over of his, he dropped 2 catches, and afterwards he got hit for 18 runs in his very first over, and afterwards he got Butler. But what if he couldn't do it? Because Moeen Ali is someone we all know how much experienced he is already, and that kind of a track which suits Moeen Ali's skill set, and then he got hit for 18 runs. That was something which he might be thinking this is not the way you were supposed to play at Chepauk, right?
Yeah, again, as the Chennai fans call him, or as the Tamil Nadu fans call him, he's the Volimai update, So again, it's a one-off over, I would say. Again, he just did not. It just so basically right-hander to off spinner to the right-hander, it just comes into it, and if things don't go, you could just be taken to the cleaners. So I think 1 over he cost him around 18, but again, the way he came back, the character he showed, I think that is pretty impressive. So I think he gave just 3 runs in the second over and also picked up Butler. So I think that's a really good sign going forward. But I think the first over, again, you just can't stress too much on it, I would say. But I think Moeen Ali did a decent job with the ball. Again, coming to the second over, giving away 3 runs and picking up a brilliant wicket that is of Joss Butler. I think, you have to give credit to him.
Let's take a look at the top performers of this particular match because we know who has done it for their teams. Josh Butler did it for Rajasthan Royals. He scored for 52 runs. Ravin Jadeja, if we say, like, he got 2 wickets, he have given 21 runs, and definitely something which we wanted, like the kind of performance from these two. But there are more other performances which we can discuss here, Vignesh. But I just want to ask you, like the literal honest Vignesh, that how much you enjoyed this match, because since we were watching the match together, I know how happy you were when CSK couldn't do it, and there was like a tailor-made match for a fan like MS, for a player like MS Dhoni, but he couldn't do it at the last over. How happy are you, or I should say, like, what are your feelings? Just simply tell me those.
Again, it was all, I would say, written in the stars. Last over, MS Dhoni, Sandeep Sharma bowling, right-hand bowler bowling into his arc. I would say, if you miss the Yorker, he's going to go the distance. But again, one 5 runs of one ball. I think probably if people are like 1.4 billion in India, I think almost 80% of would be backing Dhoni to finish it. But again, Sandeep Sharma, I think you have to give credit to Sandeep Sharma, the way he nailed his Yorkers. But yeah, it was all written in the stars for Dhoni to finish it. But again, cricket is not a game of ifs and buts, and things happen. But yeah, I think we thoroughly enjoyed it. But speaking as an RCB fan, I bloody loved it. CSK not claiming 2 points. But yeah, I think the April 17th game at the Chinnaswamy, it's all set up brilliantly for the game. And I think RCB desperate for points and CSK coming from a loss, I think it's all set up perfectly. Yeah.
This is honesty. This is what I wanted. Like, you are an RCB fan, that's why you loved it. But we all wanted to see that MS Dhoni, right? Like the finisher, like he used to finish off the matches for Indian team, and he couldn't do it this time though. But like there was also Jadeja who was trying to do it, because he has done this before for CSK as well and for India as well. But there were two top cricketers of India as well. Like, they are known for to finish the matches, but then they couldn't do it. Hats off to Sandeep Sharma for sure. Like the way he has done it, he bowled some wide balls initially, and afterwards he went on to just simply grab the game and took it for Rajasthan Royals. But I would like to discuss about Ruturaj Gaikwad as well, like the kind of player he is. He was player of the match for me, like in today's contest as well. But he couldn't score much. I just want to talk about you the same. Like, how do you find this about Ruturaj Gaikwad? Was he something thinking like for Chepauk, he has been? It is just his second match in Chennai ground, and then in this season. And then I just want to ask, like, how he might be feeling today.
Yeah, firstly, coming to Sandeep Sharma question and Dhoni, Jadeja, the stalwarts of Indian cricket, I would say it's an, again, up and down question. But again, it's like, most of India backs Dhoni and Jadeja to finish it. But again, I think it's so much of a batter's game that I would say credit's been just taken off a bowler. You bowl a wide, you bowl consecutive wides, they just, get so much hatred. I would actually talk about fast bowlers. It's like, the pressure they go through, or the nerves they have to control, the emotion they have to control is so much that I think people just don't have any idea of what emotions they're going through. And again, it is really tough to be bowling to such a stalwart of Indian cricket, just giving, nailing those Yorkers, I would say. And also he tried a few wide Yorkers, which is such a brilliant plan. But again, it was Sandeep Sharma's day, and if it's your day, I don't think anyone can take anything away from you. But yeah, so Rajasthan Royals, Sandeep Sharma brilliant at his death, and yeah, 2 points Rajasthan Royals. So also coming to Ruturaj Gaikwad, I think he's been in scintillating form. He's been scoring runs like for fun. He's been absolutely brilliant with the stroke play. He's been timing the ball really well. But again, as we say, Chepauk, we just can't blame everything at the surface, but also, it's his stroke play it's so natural to him. He makes batting easy, I would say. But again, it's just a one-off game, it can go either way. So it was just one of those days where he just couldn't click.
And if we talk about Rajasthan Royals, like they had to put up a good score on the scorecard. They couldn't cross 200 because, like, we know like how Chepauk Stadium, how Chepauk pitch basically behaves. But then afterwards they scored 175. Reason being might be like it might be something different. You might be thinking like Sanju Samson couldn't score for Rajasthan Royals. He got on a 0. And then if we talk about Yashasvi Jaiswal, he couldn't do it as well for the team. But we were thinking like they are going to be the top performers for Rajasthan today, but they couldn't do it. So it was like something they should be sitting, because it was a batting paradise. Chepauk was a batting paradise. It is a batting paradise, but they couldn't do it.
I see. It's about all perspectives. IPL is such a long season. You have 14 games, and if you qualify, you have 3 more or 2 more games. I think you can't just bank on a batter to just go all the way, performing in all 14 or 17 games, I would say. But again, it's about just trusting your process, trusting your shots, backing yourself. Jaiswal he's been, to be honest, I feel he's been the emerging player of the season. Yes, Tilak Verma is there. I think few people are bowling absolute thunderbolts, but yeah, SSV Jaiswal, with the help he's getting with Butler, and they're just setting a platform for Rajasthan Royals. I think Jaiswal has played a massive role. So I think it's again one off, I would say. So you just can't judge a player by 3 games, 4 games. I think Jaiswal has been absolutely brilliant for Rajasthan Royals, and I think they will keep backing him. And I also think they will keep banking him on for the 14 games. I also liked about the promotion that David Padikkal got at number 3. So he's been this player at the opening slot where he got chances, and suddenly you just expect him to play out of nature. I feel that's a cruelty. So if you thought about Manish Pandey getting games for India at number 5, number 6, and the criticism he got. So Manish Pandey is a fantastic player, and the way he got criticized for not, finishing innings and stuff like that, where he was just sent in the 44th over, 42nd over, and to come finish innings for India, and he was just, thrown out of the squad, I would say, being brutally honest. So again, if you play a player out of their spot or out of their nature, yes, cricket's a massive game, and versatility is a big thing in the sport. But again, it's about adaptation. You just can't send a player out of his position and expect him to play. So it is like I'll give you an example. It is like basically telling Pujara to go smash a 25, 40 ball 80 in a T20 innings, which it is out of his nature. He could do it 1 or 2 games, but he's not going to do it all days of the year. So it's simply like that. So Padikkal at 4, I am not a big fan. But again, his promotion at when you have players like Jaiswal, Butler, you can't promote Padikkal to open innings. But again, I loved his promotion at number 3, and I think he paid justice. I think he scored around 35, 38 odd. But yeah, I think it's a process. You're not going to get there overnight. But again, if he's adapting to the situation, he's playing. He's a brilliant player. Again, eventually it is going to happen, and it is going to gel towards a good spot, a good side, a balanced side. So yeah, that's the thing.
With that, let's take a look at the second innings top performers, and those are definitely going to be an interesting one, because we know second innings was a nail biter, as we know what happened at the last over. So basically, we have got some top performers on the screen. But Vignesh, I would like to ask you about R. Ashwin in the middle order. Like in the first match, we saw the Rajasthan Royals rider Ravi Ashwin as an opening partner to the Yashasvi Jaiswal, and now today he has come in the middle order. So I would just like to ask you that how much Ashwin is exactly like to play in the middle order, but not as an opener, because he has flared well today.
He definitely has fared well, but I'm not a big fan of Ashwin's promotion. So basically, it's basically an experiment Ashwin, I would say. So basically, they're like putting him at the opening slot. He just sometimes comes at 1 down, sometimes 2 down, sometimes 3 down. I think they don't have clarity, I would say. It is more of I know he's performed, he scored 30 or 25 or whatever it is. Again, I would say T20 is such a fickle format. I feel the best batters should play most of the balls, and Hetmyer was there. Hetmyer could have been sent up the order. He could have paced his innings. Then he could have probably gotten 185, 190. Eventually, Rajasthan won it. But again, every day of the year, Rajasthan are not going to win the place. So it is all about, 5 of 1 ball. Sometimes you could just bowl it in the slot and you could go for 6 and Rajasthan lose. So I feel the promotion was a bit, tricky. But again, it paid off today, but I feel it's not going to pay off every day of the week. But again, T20 is such a format that the best batters in your side should play best balls, should play more of the balls. More than that, it's about pacing your innings and taking the innings forward and set up platform for the death overs, and that's what I would say. Yeah, though he's performed really well, not a big fan of the promotion.
Okay, so like as we were discussing about this, I got just one information from Twitter. Like when MS Dhoni and Ravin Jadeja, they were at the crease. So 2.1 crore people were watching them on Geo Cinemas. Like I don't know the numbers of the television viewership, but for sure the digital one. People would love to see them to come back for the team again and again and do the same. Though he couldn't finish it today, but like as an MSD fan, I know your thoughts, Vignesh, about it. But as an MSD fan, I can definitely say I really wanted him to finish it off, but it couldn't happen today. But we definitely gonna look back to this. Thank you so much, Vignesh, for joining me here for this discussion. CSK versus Rajasthan Royals. It was Rajasthan Royals won it by 3 runs only, and definitely it was a good one for them. They have simply had an upper hand over CSK today at their home. This was something which was their fortress, but they just simply got it. And let's take social tracker as well because we have got some links, and afterwards we definitely want to close the discussion. Let's see what is the first tweet over here. CSK fans, we can see their emotions and definitely the way they are feeling about the match. I'm also disappointed. Let's take a look at another tweet. Legend Dhoni had already said these lines for himself way before. बहुत मारा एकदम धागा खोल दिए. Let's take a look at another tweet. Halla bol Rajasthan, and definitely they must be this happy because they have managed to stop the man who is known to finish the matches the way he couldn't do it today, but they have somehow managed it. This is Mahi, and we all even saw this screen, Mahi way, and the way it was written. We all were like rushed up, adrenaline rush was there. I was feeling it. I was definitely feeling it, and I really wanted it to. Like I really wanted him to finish it, but it couldn't happen today. Let's take a look at the points table as well. Rajasthan Royals is on top definitely after this win. Number 2 it is LSG. Number 3 it's KKR. Number 4 Gujarat Titans. Number 5 CSK. Number 6 PPKS. Number 7 RCB. Number 8 MI. Number 9 SRH, and number 10 DC. Oh God, DC, you haven't won a game yet, but definitely they should. I think they might be winning some game at some point. But I'm happy at least MI won once. So thank you so much, Vignesh, for joining me here. A lot of discussions have already been happening, and definitely we're going to discuss more about cricket. You should not be forgetting to come to CricTracker and see in the air show and join us for more and more discussion. Drop your comments. We'll definitely going to take those comments, and we're also coming back on Twitter Spaces. So please do join us and do watch CricTrackers in the air show.